Hey everybody, welcome back to the Dungeon Dive. Daniel here. I hope you are doing well, and if you're not, I hope you are soon. Okay, today on the Dungeon Dive, we are going to do a quick, low-effort unboxing of Carnival Zombie 2nd Edition. Yes, it actually exists. It is a game. It has been delivered. This thing has been delayed quite a few times from the Kickstarter, so this is from the last Kickstarter. I did pledge for this. And I've been waiting for it very patiently. I know they've had some issues. I think they had some trouble with the minis, which is really weird because this game probably uses minis in a less interesting way than just about any other game I know of. I would have much rather them have not even done them, but that's beside the point. I've heard they look nice, so that's kind of cool for those of you who like them. But I am super excited to finally have Carnival Zombie. I've heard so many good things about this game. I know that Tom Vassell from the Dungeon Dive absolutely loved it. It's been out of print for a long time, and I'm just super stoked to have it. So we're going to do the unboxing today. I'll set it up. I'll learn the game. I'll play it a couple times, and then we will come back on a follow-up video to take a look at it and give my thoughts on the game. One thing I do like is that it is a small Kickstarter. I just pledged for, I think, the base game, and it's one box. Really nice. I like that. I'm getting tired of these multi-box Kickstarters, so it's really nice to have something that is small and manageable. We do get one little pack of promo cards here, so I will take a look at those when we get back to the cards. But yeah, this is a super fresh unboxing. Haven't even taken the shrink wrapping off. I've been waiting all week. It's been sitting on my table waiting for a video. So let's take a look at the back of the box here. We have Carnival Zombie. Carnival Zombie is a cooperative board game for 1 to 6 players, which follows a group of characters who are fleeing to mainland from a sinking city overrun by zombies. Players control this party of heroes as they fight their way to one of the escape routes out of the city. During the night, they face restless hordes of zombies, while through the day they recover, move, and search for useful items and survivors. And a little bit of flavor text here. The ancient manuscript tells of a leviathan, a huge creature lying on the silt bed of the lagoon, upon whose back the city's foundation rests. What they did not tell was that the leviathan is not alive. For centuries, the city lived and prospered over the back of a corpse. That corpse, though, is now awakening, and with it the dead rises from the lagoon, or the dead rise from the lagoon. A little bit of a weird kind of a translation issues on the back here. Hopefully that does not move too much into the documentation in the game. I've heard this is not a very easy game to learn. I think it's on the more complex side of games, especially for the where I am usually at as a gamer. I don't think it's anywhere near something like Dawn of the Zeds or anything like that. But let's open this up and then take a look and see what we get in the box. One thing I'm really excited for is to see the board. The board looks absolutely beautiful. It looks like the board there is right on top, so I'm going to go ahead and unfold that first and get that on the table so we can have that out during the unboxing. Yes, I really, really like the way that this board looks. Really nice colors, cool little sections. In some ways, it does remind me a little bit of the board for Nemo's War, in that it looks like there are quite a few spaces to keep track of things during the game. Because I know there's not a lot of movement. You're not really moving your heroes a lot on this board. Your heroes basically just stay in the center, and the zombie hordes move towards you. So it is kind of a tower defense style game. Let's see what we get here. Okay, so here we have our rule book. Looks like it has some nice art there. Looks well laid out. I love the art. I was really excited just for the way that this game looks. That is one of the things that drew me most into the game for sure. Has a very unique kind of bold art style. The text in the book looks nice and big, so shouldn't be too difficult to get through. Looks like it's well organized. Again, I have not read really anything about the game. I hardly know anything about Carnival Zombie, except that I really liked the look. The theming seemed cool, and it seemed a little bit unique, something different from most of the games that I own. Okay, so I know there are multiple scenarios, and that is another thing that was kind of exciting, and I liked how the scenarios were on little kind of like different supplemental game sheets. I am a sucker for these kinds of like just supplemental sheets that have all of your rules on one page like this. I know that Robinson Crusoe has its scenario sheets like this as well. That is a game that I still need to get into. I still need to get into Robinson Crusoe and learn that game. I'm super excited to do it, but also super intimidated. We have a list of all of our different locations here. Looks like this has lots of really good information in the documentation. And then here we have our scenarios. So we have the Freedom Bridge. We have A Night Without Dawn. The Boat. And the Airship. And then we have, let's see, the Plague in Venice. The Holy Bomb. Yes, fleeing is possible, but the infected will soon spread beyond the lagoon, and then there will be no peace. The world's only hope is to set off the holy bomb in the Leviathan's putrid heart, annihilating it in a fiery sacrifice that will wipe out Venice and the infection. Okay, that is super cool. I love that. Really, really nice theming there. No rest, no peace. Dr. Gorini's experiments. Just a matter of time. And then what is this? Another double layout here. The Paths of Saints examples. Really interesting, man. A lot of this looks super cool. I don't know what anything on this sheet here means yet, but I'll tell you one thing. It makes me want to play this game. That is for sure. Love the look of this thing. Okay, then it looks like we have here our tokens. So not a ton of chits. That is a big plus in my book. But again, the chits that are here just look fantastic. I mean, look at that art. Look at that archway there. Super cool. That manhole there going down into the sewers or something. Really, really nice look. The quality seems pretty good. Nice and thick there. So here we have our hero standees, I believe. So I'm glad that we don't have to use the minis for our heroes. We can use these nice standees that actually have art that matches the aesthetic of the game. So that is always a plus. And it looks like we also have some minis for our undead bosses. And these are really nice and thick, nice and chunky. They feel good. So, hey, this is great. Only 2 punch boards. Love it. No, we won't need hundreds of chits to organize and all that kind of stuff. Really nice. Okay, so then we have our insert here. This is a game that is light on the components. So let's take a look here. I believe these are our character cards. I will be punching the corners on mine, of course. As you can see, they're already getting a little frayed there. Square corners are the worst thing ever. Okay, so here we have our characters. Columbina, Arlecchino, Bruschetta, Pantalone, Captain Spaventa, Medico della Peste. A little hard to read the cursive writing there, but not too bad. Again, look at this art. Fantastic, bold, unique, kind of abstract and weird looking. Those are our characters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different characters. And then we have our player aids here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I believe the game plays, is it 1 to 6 players? I know it's solo, and I know it is co-op. It is a co-op kind of tower defense game, but I believe it plays 1 to 6 players. I don't know if you have to play all 6 characters if you're playing solo, or if you can play 4 or something like that. Okay, then we have these cards here. Let's see if we can tell what these cards are real quick. The red-backed cards. These are going to be our nightmare cards. Nightmare cards are used to randomly determine some parameters of the game and the events that take place during the game. Okay, so these are going to be probably how certain undead creatures or things come out onto the board there. Then we have this deck of cards here. This is really the main deck of cards. There really isn't a ton of stuff in the box. For the number of delays, I would have thought there would have been a lot more stuff that they were kind of like pouring over and working on, but that is not the case here. We've got a small deck of cards there. We've got a small deck of cards here. So it looks like these are all character. Yeah, so each character has its own deck of cards, probably some skills that you can learn. We'll take a look at these. Okay. So we have this deck of cards here. Oh, actually, no, these were the boss cards. Sorry about that. I misread this page. These big red cards are the boss cards. Okay. These are the boss cards. These are the big bads you're going to be fighting during the game. These are the nightmare cards. These are the cards that have certain things that happen during the game. So this is going to be a kind of how you populate the game board with undead and how different events transpire there. All right. And then we have our character sheets, our item cards, and item cards, weapons, and firearms. Looks like each of our characters has their own deck of items. So this character here has things like traps, a handmade flamethrower, a holy bomb, a flare, sledgehammers, fireworks, dog whistles, an MGL 140. This plague doctor looking dude here, he has some absinthe, very nice. A gun, some kind of dart, crafting tools, a sacrificial dagger, experimental serum. We'll go ahead and take a look at one more. We'll take a look at this character here, Columbina. Explosive bullets, a bomb blaster, a precision monocular, a golden sequin, and a daisho, ritual cup, and Ouroboros. I think fans of Bloodborne, the Bloodborne theming will really get into this game for sure. It does have that feel to it. And then we have a whole bunch of wooden tokens. These represent all of your undead. I'm super glad that they kept these as wooden tokens, just like in the original game. No need for all of these to be plastic or minis. Really nice. I'm excited about all of those. And then the last thing we have here is we do have our minis. So we have our 6 heroes here. Yeah, these are really high quality minis. But again, just really unnecessary, especially since we have the nice standees that I will definitely be using the standees. Hopefully I have standees for all of these. But they are very nicely done. Kind of boring because I'm not a painter. But some of the boss minis here, not the best, but not the worst. I think people will like these once they get them painted and everything. But I am happy to have the standees. That's all I really care about. And then I think finally, yeah, this is a pretty short unboxing here. There is not a lot in this box. Should be a nice, easy game to get set up and played and put away. And that is one thing that I'm really looking forward to. That is one thing that I appreciate more and more these days, are games that don't have a ton of stuff. Looks like we have one additional item for each of the characters. I believe these were promos. These might be Kickstarter promos. We have the Jujube Juice, sandbags, tracer rounds, ether, engine grease, and a sailor's pipe. So, all right, guys, well, I'm going to get this game set up. I'm going to learn the game and play it a couple times, and then I will be back with some final thoughts, or not some final thoughts, probably some preliminary thoughts. And I'm hoping to get this game played with a group because it sounds like a really fun co-op group where you get to think together and come up with good plans to survive the undead hordes trying to move in onto your territory. Sorry, guys. Well, we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.